Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fright Reels, your horror movie headquarters, where we review everything from independent flicks to big budget films and from B movies to blockbusters. We're your horror hosts, Jimbo.
And Jim. Today we're going to go over Undertone
Yeah.
and Traumatika.
Yeah. We got two for you. Plus a little news.
And some news.
And a top 10.
And our top 10. Today's top 10 are our most disappointing horror movies.
Yeah, so you want to stick around for that.
Welcome to Fright Reels.
Breaking news. The vault is open and the Fright Reels have escaped. With your hosts, the Jims. Sit back and put on that raincoat because it's going to get bloody.
Bloody awful if you ask me.
All right, guys, so here we are. Episode 27. First of all, we'd like to thank you guys all for being a part of it, right?
Yes.
We got
Any kind of listening and watching is appreciated.
especially our new best friend, Logan,
Hi, Logan.
who's listening and watching. I'd like to thank Logan. So for those of you who haven't paid close attention, Logan is our first critic, which is exciting.
It is.
Logan created a character, a profile a few days ago, seemingly just to give us shit, which I think is great.
Yeah, he's definitely a troll.
Or she. Logan
True.
is definitely what do you call that, androgynous name?
His name's probably Bob. I mean,
Or it could be Betty. You don't know. I mean, what do you got? Logan, Chris, Pat, Dylan is a
yeah.
recent name that goes both ways.
You can go Charlie.
True. Bobby,
True.
Scotty. I know. Tony. Tony's definitely. Tracy, Kelly. So anyway, this one is our Logan. And I'm going to read, a little bit later in the show, we're going to read some of Logan's best posts.
You gotta have your detractors. I mean, it's
Fucking mannequin.
And yes, he said, "I sit here like a mannequin."
Well, I assume it's you. He said the little one.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know why he thinks there's a big one and a little one. We're the same size when we're sitting
you're
down.
taller.
Yeah, but not when we're sitting.
Yeah.
Your giant freak head would make you things seem like you're the big one.
Well, I do get a big melon.
And your big booty. You have ghetto booty.
Do I? Well,
No, not really, but it's fun to say. All right. So,
here's the news.
your Fright Reels horror news. All right, what do we got in the news, buddy?
Welcome to Dairy 2 is now officially in the works.
How do we feel about that? I think it'll be good. I think they still got a good season left in them.
because they're gonna go back in time,
Oh, that's right. There's a time loop.
and then they're gonna go, another timeline after that in part 3.
They I have to admit, I really liked that series. I
It's
did.
very good.
I had very low expectations.
Yeah, and then it was amazing.
The opposite of our top 10 list.
Oh,
All right, so what else you got in the news, bud?
the Faces of Death movie
Oh, God, here we
comes to theaters April 10th.
go. Are we going? Shit,
I
that's
think
like next
so.
week.
Yes. So Fandango sent me a special email with a buy one get one free ticket
Well, let's go.
for Faces of Death. And if it works for you guys, use code Faces of Death BOGO.
Buy one, get one.
That's correct.
BOGO.
But that's the
For this
code. We'll put it down
fucking
here.
Shitty movie. There's no way this movie's gonna be good,
I don't
dude.
think it's gonna be good.
I mean, I do. I let me take that back.
I think
Once
they're
I
gonna
looked
go
it up
over
and realized that it's not what the last one
Right,
was,
right.
which was all real stuff or real stuff, that gave me a little bit of hope.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are your thoughts,
It
man?
doesn't look great.
It doesn't look great.
It looks like they're just talking about the Face of Death movie, or they're reenacting some of the. It's almost like a documentary of them, but not really.
But you never know. I mean, sometimes when your expectations are low enough, you're pleasantly surprised.
Unlike the top 10.
Yes. What do you got? What else you got?
Netflix has announced a live-action Scooby-Doo series. Again, probably another shitty remake of something. And this, apparently, they go back and they see when they're in summer camp on how they started the whole thing. There's some mystery at the camp. And,
It's a prequel.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. We're gonna break this down a little bit. The first movie wasn't that bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little bit pulled out of the fact that Freddie Prinze Jr. and his fucking wife were the couple. That was. I think it would have been. They would have had a better shot at making it interesting if they had cast some nobodies, and not like Hollywood's it couple. You know, Brangelina.
Sort of what they're doing with this. So the guy that Tanner Hagen, he was in The Pit and Dark Light. He is Shaggy.
Okay.
Abby Ryder Fortson, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Carousel. I mean, a lot of these I haven't seen.
I don't know those people, but I'll say that though, Shaggy was good. What's that guy's name? That actor?
Tanner Hagen.
No. From the
Yeah. What is this?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Matthew Lillard.
Yep.
He was good. You know what I mean? And it was fun that they made Velma sexy.
Yeah.
You know, they gave her the little sexy nerd thing.
Sure.
It's just the animated Scooby wasn't great.
No,
Maybe that was my big problem. And then did you see they did a cartoon that bombed bad?
Well, yeah. They made it very woke.
It was all
on
woke.
HBO.
Shaggy's name was Norville or something. And
yeah,
that didn't really work. So, I mean, I don't have high expectations for this. But, hey, I mean, it's a franchise. Kids love it. It goes on forever, just like Star Wars.
Right.
Obviously, I don't watch all the cartoons and all the spin-off things, but it's not for me anymore. It's for the kids.
Yep.
And so Scooby-Doo. My Scooby-Doo is going to remain there. I can always watch it. So that's where I stand on that, kids. Go on. What else you got, Jimmy?
Evil Dead Burn, release date July 24th. Did you like the last Evil Dead?
Yes and no. I liked the first remake better.
Yeah.
Part 1, the one in the cabin.
Yeah.
That one, I give a fucking
that's good.
4.5.
But this is the one in the
last
apartment.
one in the apartment, maybe a 3.5. It was acted pretty well. I liked that shit.
End.
The end was hokey.
So stupid with the monster.
Yeah, kind of the way I feel about one of our movies tonight, but we'll get to that. Yeah, so I mean, is that your thoughts about the same on that?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about the filmmakers? Has it been consistently the same director? Is it?
I didn't put all that down, but no, I don't.
I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
some company owns the name now, like Paramount or something, and they're just pumping them out.
Right.
We'll see. Maybe it'll be good. I mean, I don't know. That Ouija series sucked until they got Mike Flanagan, so maybe we'll get a diamond in the rough again.
Yes.
What else you got there, Jimmy James?
Talks with Ryan Coogler, the director of Sinners, is going to try to reboot X-Files.
That's really stupid.
Gillian Anderson is in talks with him.
What would she be?
She'll be Scully.
She'll be a 60-year-old Scully?
Yeah. So they're probably going to have a new group of 2 people, and then she'll probably be the
mentor or whatever.
Or something. I don't know.
I mean, okay.
I mean, he's a good actor or a good director.
Then do something original, bro.
Right.
Did you were you an X-Files guy?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. My ex-wife was obsessed with it. Yeah. And so, like, because of that, I was kind of. Yeah. So I definitely watched every episode, went to the movies, saw every movie.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of The Lone Gunman.
Yep. Every Friday at 9.
I like, and then Sundays after a few years.
Oh, right.
You know, I didn't even hate it when they went away and the new people were in there. It was
okay.
That Annabelle Gish or whatever, and then the T-1000.
Yeah.
It was still fairly okay.
Yeah.
But, I mean, back the first few seasons, man, with the Smoking Man, who they used to call the Cancer Man.
Yeah.
And they changed that. Yeah, X-Files was fucking dope.
Mr. X, he was cool.
Although, have you watched it recently? It didn't really hold up.
It doesn't hold up that great, no.
No.
Especially the first season.
Skinner's great.
Yeah.
Skinner's, my favorite role for Skinner is when he was the security guard in 3 O'Clock High who drove around in the golf cart and like wouldn't let them leave school. You remember 3 O'Clock High?
No.
What are you heading for, son?
Nowhere really.
Looks to me like you were heading off campus. You got a pass?
You remember that movie?
No.
Where like the kid was going to get beat up by Buddy Revell at 3 o'clock. He was like a nerd in school, and like the big bully was going to fight him. You never saw that fucking movie?
I don't think I've seen that. No.
That's just blows me away. You'd love it, man. It's like a darker version of Better Off Dead.
Oh.
Like where it's ridiculous, like Better Off Dead, but it's a little sinister.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, X-Files. You know what was great is The Peacock Family. Have you watched that one lately?
No.
That one was banned. It was an episode where the dudes were like fucking their mom underneath the bed and she didn't have any arms or legs. And it was really fucked up. They were the Peacock family. So they only played that episode once and they banned it.
Yep.
And I showed it to Mary probably a year ago because she had never seen any. But I'm like, this is really the only one you got to watch.
Did you watch Dementia yet on Peacock? It's got Bruce Campbell in it.
No, and I did add Peacock. I added
It's
Peacock
decent.
so I
It's
could
a
start
good,
watching
like,
some Friday
Satanic
13th.
Panic kind of thing.
Well, you got to remind me of that, man.
I did.
Not on the air.
Hey,
Like, text me.
all right.
You got my information?
No, maybe. And some
Hey,
sad
I
news
just
that we
met
have.
you.
That it's been about a week or so that Chuck Norris has died.
Yeah, I was telling Mary last night, I'm not sure I've ever seen a Chuck Norris movie.
Well, you didn't like Bruce Lee, so you never saw the movie with the famous fight scene.
I never saw a
Him
Bruce
and
Lee movie.
I know, that's what I said.
I did not like him. I just never saw one. And I've never seen a Chuck Norris movie. I was starting to think like, and then I really did some thinking. I think I saw one Chuck Norris movie, but it was on Riff Tracks.
So
It wasn't a real
He's
movie.
only been in really like 3 horror movies.
I never
Out of
saw
all those dozens of movies he was in.
Oh, he was in some horror?
Yeah, Hellbound,
Okay.
Silent Rage, and the Hero and the Terror.
I think Silent Rage is the one they did on Riff Tracks.
And I think it's something to do with Satan and that kind of thing.
Did you watch Walker Texas Ranger?
I saw it way back, but
How about The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.?
no,
Isn't that Bruce Campbell?
maybe I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
I don't know.
All right. I mean,
We
Chuck,
don't know what we're talking about.
it sucks that Chuck's dead,
Right,
but
Logan?
I mean, on the other side of the coin, 86. Is that right? He was 86.
something
I mean,
like
that's
that.
a full
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's not tragic. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
What else you got?
That is all I have for the news.
All right. Great job, man. I quite enjoyed the news. Creature. I really did. All right. Well, gang, we're going to get into our latest feature, and this latest feature, before we get to our movie reviews, is our top 10 list. We've done 2 so far. This will be our 3rd. I wasn't sure if we should hold off on the top 10 and start doing it at the end, or the reviews are at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it now.
So this week's top 10 list we came up with is the top 10 most disappointing movies, horror movies, right? So like, you were completely excited for it, and it just fucking sucked. And it's your turn to go first, buddy.
Are we going to alternate?
Nope, we're going to do your 10 and then my 10. So your 10.
Why do I go first?
Because last time I went first.
All right, number 10. The Omen remake in 2006. I mean, it's you can't really...
No.
The original Omen was really good.
Yeah.
Number 9, Maxine, which is part 3 of the X and Pearl.
You know what?
That was very disappointing.
That should have gone on my list.
The
I
first
gotta
2
be
were
honest with
good,
you.
and the third one sucked.
Yeah, that should have gone on my list. There's a thing about that. There's sort of a theory about that with trilogies where the third movie's a letdown, like Hangover 3.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing about that.
Except Lord of the Rings. That third one was the best.
Yeah, the third one was fantastic. It won the Academy Award.
It did.
Although I think the first one was the best, but the third one was great. They were just all great.
Yeah.
I'm due to sit down and, if I have a spare 10 hours.
Which they have a new movie coming out.
Of course they do, dude. I didn't even finish all the Hobbits.
The Search for Gollum is the name of the movie. So
I liked the first Hobbit.
I didn't like the Hobbit movies.
That's the only book I read.
Yeah.
So, and then weren't there more? Didn't they do some other fucking movies? Am I way
think
that
so.
far behind, like the Silmarillion or something? All right, anyway.
Maybe. Yep.
All right, what number are we on, Jim?
Number 8, Poltergeist, the remake, 2015.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these are remakes because you just can't make them better than the original.
I'll say 2 things about that. Number 1, my expectations were so low for that I didn't really hate it. And the only real main reason is because I love Sam Rockwell so much that I'll watch anything he's in. But I mean, I'm not saying it didn't suck. It did suck.
Yeah.
But I had to sort of eliminate remakes from my list just because they're all so fucking awful. But anyway, your list.
I got most of mine are remakes.
Number 7.
Firestarter, the remake.
I didn't even know they did remake that one.
It was not good.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't love the first Firestarter.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
thought
the
it was
drive-in.
okay.
I didn't love a lot of those 80s Stephen Kings. I don't like Christine.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one. No.
There's more bad Stephen King movies than there are great ones.
I was Silver Bullet. I like that a lot.
I like that one too.
was
That's
good.
underrated.
Yeah.
We'll have to do werewolf movies sometime soon.
That's right. Number 6, Slender Man. So I had a lot of expectations for this, and it was my mistake because it's an internet thing, and I don't know. One summer I found the
Slender Man?
online, all the YouTube
Oh, I
videos.
thought you meant like in the woods.
Yeah, we hung out, but it was like two guys that made all those movies and made everybody, like all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. It was a cool internet thing in the same way that when Blair Witch first came out, even before the movie came out,
Yeah.
like they did a genius fucking
Oh, there was
thing.
all kinds of stuff they put out.
I was following it.
There's a whole book and everything.
In fact, when I saw the movie, we were still under the impression that those kids were gone.
Right.
I hadn't been, the truth wasn't out yet. And I was following it as sort of an amateur filmmaker wannabe at the time.
Yeah.
But they were like, these 3 kids went out to the movie, and they're fucking genius, dude. What do? They went around to all the film festivals and started handing out missing persons things.
Yep.
So it caught fire quick. And everyone's like, man, what happened to these kids? Then all of a sudden, 2 months later, we found their footage.
Yep.
We're like, oh shit. Then a month later, we're going to release it. Genius. Anyway.
Wait, I found out about Blair Witch on the way to Woodstock in '99. The girl in the car, she had the book, and it was like
Oh, yeah, I
made out
remember
to
that.
be like a real book. And then we were like, holy shit, and then found out.
Yeah,
it was
99. That sounds about right. Yeah, that is right. Dude, I was checking it out on AOL.
AOL, yeah, bulletin boards are just
Everything, anything I could find, man. Anything I could
got
get my
mail.
hands on. Back then, you would just get on the internet just to see what was on the internet.
boobs,
Those were that too. That was a fun time.
right?
Weird chat rooms.
Yeah, yeah, we used to make fun.
Yeah, I used to go in there and fuck with people a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
So number 5,
top 5. What do you got?
American Werewolf in Paris.
I almost picked that one today. I saw it. I almost picked it.
Not good.
No, it was not good.
You can't attach that name to anything.
Well, and
It's
the
just-
werewolves were digital.
Yeah,
And
that was
early
bad.
days of digital, too. Like, you could get away with it now, but back then, it did not look good, man.
Number 4, Friday the 13th remake in 2009.
Oh. Michael fucking Bay. Good God.
Number 3, 28 years later, just came out last year. I thought it sucked.
You told me not to even
I
bother
thought
watching
it sucked. Some of the people reviewed it well, but and I haven't seen part 2 of that. The Bone Tower, where the fuck it
Bone
is.
Sucker.
Yeah, the boner.
Yes.
I just very disappointed. And then they made a big deal about the big zombie penis.
Oh, yeah. Number 2.
Number 2 is Black Phone 2.
You told me not to watch that one either.
Fuck that movie. That makes me mad. I hate that movie. It just was so. They tried to almost make him like Freddy, like he's dead, but he's on the other side contacting her through the phone, and it just was. It sucked.
I like to see you full of emotions.
It sucked.
You fucking mannequin.
Well,
All right, what do you got next? No, number 1, right?
Number 1 is Dracula, the one that just came out this year.
Oh, yeah. My sister really liked it.
It was done well, but there's fucking gargoyles in it, like little kids, like Disney characters. God, it sucked.
There was Disney gargoyles in The Hunchback.
God damn it. Yeah, it very disappointing. And Dracula was very not powerful and just, nah, I'm in love.
Ah, God.
Fuck all that. It's stupid.
All right, good job, Jim. Top 10. All right, here's my top 10. Now, I tried to base my top 10 specifically on movies where my expectations were high and I was let down. Okay, so for example, like The Exorcist remake isn't in here because it sucked, but I knew it was going to suck.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 10 is Fear.com.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that in the drive-in.
Yep.
I had pretty high expectations. It sucked. Number 9, all of the From Dusk Till Dawn prequels and sequels.
Yeah.
When
What
they-
about the show?
I
You ever
don't
see the
even
show?
know if I saw it. But I was like, at first they were like, they're going to do a prequel. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's going to be the brothers on their rampage, the reason that they're fleeing to Mexico.
Right.
You know, it was going to be Seth and Richie. And it wasn't at all. And then the sequel, I was like, oh, this is going to be them now down in El Cartagena or wherever the fuck they were. No, that didn't work either.
Cartagena.
Isn't that Cartagena? Isn't it from Romancing the Stone?
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right. Number 7. Again, expectations high, delivery shit. Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Now,
I agree.
the vampire chicks were sexy.
Sure.
Frankenstein was cool. It's one of the worst Draculas I've ever seen in the history of film.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6. Skinamark.
Yeah. Skinamarink.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Yeah. Yep.
And even the reviews, there's like this whole like thing of like the people to prove that they liked it because they're so cool. They get the scariness of the things that aren't happening. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. That movie sucked.
Yeah.
Number 5, high expectations, low on delivery. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, he had just come off of Devil's Rejects. Man, I was expecting something great.
Right.
It wasn't. I like the second one. Nobody likes the second one.
I like how they showed how he became that way and how he was before.
Yeah,
he got
I like
out.
that
Yeah,
too.
that was
what I
only
didn't
part
like was the chicks.
Yeah.
They were very acty and unnatural. And that was the greatest thing about the original one is they felt like my babysitters. Like they seemed like the real people.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck that shit. Number 4, Green Inferno.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the most disturbing thing anyone can ever get through. If you can get through this movie.
That is every teaser ever. It's
Dude, that was the least disturbing movie I've ever seen. It was so boring because of the hype, because I just kept waiting to be shocked. And if that hadn't happened, if I hadn't read that, I may have just liked it.
Right.
But my expectations were set up and I was fucking let down. Number 3, Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, the one with no Jason in it.
yeah.
That was right
sense.
at the peak of my interest because I was about 12 or 13. I had watched all of the ones before it. 4 was fucking amazing. Now it was like I could go on my own to the movie to see it, and it fucking sucked. Number 2, super, super high expectations, big letdown, fucking Undertone that we're going to review tonight.
Yes.
I've been excited about that since August, man. And the number 1 movie that I was very excited to see and I was completely let down is your favorite, Lords of Salem.
It's not my favorite, but I didn't think it was as bad as you thought.
Now, in retrospect, now I don't think it's as bad, but the day I went and saw it, dude, we went to the Sunday matinee, we went at 11 a.m., when people were in church. And was so fired up and I've never been so fucking let down by a movie in my whole life.
Yeah. No, she is just not a great actress, but she was serious in this one.
Yeah.
Which made it better.
Yeah, well.
Probably one of her better roles.
No, it was
because
awful.
she didn't talk a lot.
She's fucking awful.
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah. That dude just needs to stop making movies now. Although I didn't hate the Munsters.
Yeah.
But did I? Yeah, 3 from Hell. Did I skip
yeah.
3 from Hell?
You skipped that one.
That was number 8.
Yeah, that was very disappointing.
How did I skip number 8?
I don't know.
Fucking 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
Again, a trilogy where the third movie sucks.
Right. What about Frankenstein with Robert De Niro? That was horrible.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't think I had very high expectations either. Right. The problem with Frankenstein movies is they're not really a horror movie. It's more of a science sort of drama about the human condition. It's not really... The only reason it was scary is because nobody had seen... In 1931, nobody had seen makeup like that, and it's terrified them. And it was a different time. They were afraid that someone might steal their children out of their bed and all that, It's just not scary. It's not a scary story. Frankly, none of those original horror movies are really scary stories. They're all kind of sad, except for Dracula. Dracula's a dick, but they actually, in Bram Stoker's Dracula, they made him kind of sad.
Well, yeah, he's sad.
But in all the other ones, he's just vicious. But the Wolfman is sad. He doesn't want to be the Wolfman.
Right.
King Kong's sad. Hunchback of Notre Dame. They're all really sad and tragic. That even Jekyll and Hyde just was
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man, who I got to meet.
You did.
I looked at him.
You did.
All right, so let's get into these reviews.
Let's start with Traumatika, because I fell asleep twice watching this movie. That's how much I didn't like it.
I fell asleep the first time watching it because I started too late in the night. It had nothing to do with the content of the movie. I liked the movie.
I think it started off well. I think it had a lot of potential, and then in the middle kind of was like, eh. The end was horrible.
So you didn't even see the end. You don't even know.
No, I saw the end. The middle I missed.
Oh.
Most of it. There's parts and pieces here and there.
Which was the best part? All the parts you missed are what made it so great. It's like
That's typical.
Better than Godfather. So what we're talking about is Traumatika with a K, and you can see it on social media. Now, I mean, there was some, or not social media, streaming platforms. But fuck, dude. I mean, I don't understand what you. There was a demon.
The demon looked cool.
There was some pretty good demonic.
There were some good
rape
things.
Scenes.
There was good things in it. For some reason it
botched hanger abortion.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty good. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way.
The hanger abortion?
No,
did that rub you the right way?
It rubbed me the right way.
So essentially, what happens is there's this. It opens up really cool with that dude in the desert who like got the thing out, kind of like The Exorcist.
Pazuzu, yeah.
And then he's fucking freaking out, and then that thing shows up in modern times, and this guy fucking opens it and essentially gets possessed by a demon. In doing so, he rapes his daughter. She gets pregnant. She freaks out. She aborts the baby. He's like, "You fucked up.
That was the
devil's baby. He chose you. You're a piece of shit. Now he doesn't even want you. Guess he'll just go fuck your little sister then." And she was like, no, not that. I'll do anything. Okay, well, now you have to replace the baby. So now the next middle half of the movie is her basically kidnapping kids until they can find the one that's worthy. It's really cool, man.
The idea is all, so at the beginning of the movie, there was a line in there about trauma and child trauma. And the
5 kinds of trauma. I thought that was good.
So that was a good thing. So it did show those things, but the end was just... And
then the end, basically, just watch it if you want. I mean...
It got 68% Rotten Tomatoes, which...
That's pretty good.
Not bad for,
I mean, I've watched worse horror movies recently.
Oh, for sure.
What would you give it then if we're going straight raincoats? Like, I mean, 3 is the middle of the road, and 5's perfect.
I'm not going to give it a 1. I give it a 2.
You give it a 2?
Yeah,
that's fair.
1 is like roller gator. I mean,
yeah, 1's bad. Like you don't give out a lot of 1s, you don't give out a lot of 5s.
Yeah.
That's pretty extreme.
Right.
I'll have to say, I don't know, man. I'll go 2.5, 2.5. The extra I would almost go 3, but it's just not. It's a little low budgety. But that's the other thing. If we rank them on the merit of what they are, this is obviously an independent horror film. I rank it higher. Overall horror, when it's going up against shit like Sinners, obviously it's a bit lower. But
right.
I would say it's overall, it's a 2. I'm gonna give it 3 overall. Three raincoats. And the reason is because the makeup, some of the acting, and the trauma and some of the harsher scenes are really well done, man.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, man. Like I wasn't look away disturbed, but I was close to look away disturbed.
Yeah, I give you that.
So there we go. Traumatika, streaming right now on all platforms. What do we got next, Jimmy?
Undertone.
God damn it.
We went to theaters and seen this.
So Undertone, if you remember, we were talking about it during, was it Creeper?
It's been a while, yeah.
Or Keeper?
Yeah.
We were talking about the fact that it was released at the Australian Film Festival. A24 bought it, and we were like, and they're going to do the distributing. We're like, well, what the fuck are they waiting for? Everybody was talking about, it's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever, right? And then we were also talking about, well, A24 is kind of on the bubble, and maybe this will prove whether we think they're going the right direction or not.
A lot of people like this movie.
Nobody likes this movie.
The reviews, people online, a lot of people like this movie.
I don't trust people online. Johnny P didn't like it, and I trust Johnny P's opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Paul didn't like it, and I trust Paul's opinion.
Right.
What's its Rotten Tomato score?
I didn't get that.
I'm looking it up right now.
Do it. So this movie was shot entirely in the director's home, childhood home. Like
is that right?
Yeah, that was his house.
That's kind of interesting.
So they redid everything. They put like old wallpaper on, stuff like that. It's filmed in Canada.
72.
Huh.
So right about the same as Traumatika.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude,
it
shouldn't be a 50.
It had a lot of potential, a lot of promise, and then all of a sudden it just was slow.
So this is what I would say. in comparing the two movies that we just talked about. They both had a lot of promise. Neither one of them delivered, but one of them at least delivered some terrible fucking terror and some makeup and some cool special effects and some cool fucking demons. Undertone had nothing.
They try to rely on just sound because the sound was the focused Undertone. And,
There was nothing redeeming about it. There wasn't a cool monster. There wasn't any cool deaths. There wasn't anything scary.
Even from the start, so it's about this two people. One guy's in London. She's in wherever she is in the U.S. And the chemistry just was horrible.
They didn't. The chemistry was awful.
They're talking about it. Maybe how our chemistry is.
That's what I'm saying. Right
me
off
being a mannequin.
Yes, and me being the most obnoxious person on the planet.
Yes.
So annoying. I mean, and so, but here's the problem, dude. Again, the chemistry and the acting in Dramatica was pretty good, and in Undertone it wasn't. And I don't understand why you're giving them a pass.
No pass. It just I think it had. I like the idea of the movie. It didn't.
It
they didn't
sucked,
pull it
dude.
off.
It fucking sucked. There was nothing scary about it. And the worst part, there was nothing interesting about it.
No.
Like it could have at least been, and it kind of started to get there. There was a couple of phone calls because they did a podcast and they would get phone calls and it was like, oh shit, that phone call's going somewhere. This is her old babysitter. But
then it didn't. Yeah.
And then it fucking didn't. And we fell asleep in the theater, both of us.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The last 20 minutes is like, okay, this may be okay.
We're waiting for the big payoff.
And it was like, it just kind of died.
And they kind of forced it through and it just... Do you have any fun facts or interesting shit about it?
I got some.
What do you got?
So the house is designed symbolically to mirror Envy's mental state. So the downstairs represented warmth and normalcy, and then the upstairs with her mom that was dying.
Artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
That didn't come across.
And cold in death and blah, blah, blah.
Like my cold fucking balls.
So they use spatial sound recording. So I don't know if you heard, like, the way the theater was.
The sound was...
It moved around you.
The sound, they did really well with the sound.
They're doing that a lot nowadays, I think.
And they say it's the scariest movie you'll ever hear or some bullshit as their tagline.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. The sound, I mean, that's fine. They executed that very well.
Yeah.
So good job, sound director, and everyone else can fucking eat shit.
So before making the film, the director built a career creating 360-degree immersive VR horror shorts on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, so that's how he
Did you
got
watch
his
any?
money. No, I haven't seen any of them.
Huh.
So he got millions of views on some of those, apparently.
Should we watch one right now?
Sure.
And then we can make them watch it too? What is it?
And the 2015 VR horror 3 a.m. went viral with 9 million views after being shared by Ashton Kutcher and Lil Wayne.
All right, let's watch that one.
So that's how he got his start. And actually, he had the money funding this movie was part of his inheritance, and the house.
All right, well, we're going to watch it, and they're going to watch it. Are we even going to finish this?
I don't know. We could always just kind of...
We're cutting that out. God, that sucks,
go to the end
dude.
and see what happens so we can say something about it.
Okay.
Seriously.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's the thing that Ashton Kutcher made viral? And who else did you say? Cisco?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, yo.
That dong, da dong, dong, dong. All right, fuck that noise, dude. This thing sucks. God, that's just awful. That guy fucking blows, man. I'm never watching any of it. What's his fucking name?
I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Read it to me.
Tuason?
Tuason?
Tuason? Tuason?
Tuason. I bet it's Tuason.
Tuason.
Tua sucks. That's what's fucking happening there. God damn, that's awful.
Yeah, that was not great.
All right, give Undertone some fucking raincoats.
I'll give it 2. I'll give it 2. You're just very upset because you thought it was going to be great.
Yes, it's on the number 2 on my list of biggest disappointments. Mm-hmm. That's why it's getting 1.5 shitty fucking stars.
Yeah.
There's nothing redeeming, or Bloody Raincoats, there's nothing redeeming about that movie to me. There's not one thing that I would suggest, oh, you got to watch it for this. Maybe the sound, but that
it's
does
like
not make a movie.
There was a little bit of anticipation and build up of nothing.
It kept building you up to nothing. It felt like fucking Lost.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sucked. All right, well, there's your raincoats and there's your movies. Let's talk about Us for a minute.
And my wine. So today,
yeah, what you got?
Another fucking disappointment, Treasure Hunter.
Ooh, it was just as disappointing as the movie.
Yes. Not great. A little sour.
Is it a cab?
It's a cab.
How much you spent on that?
$16 whole.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you're that far under
What are you going to do?
$20, yeah. All right, let's talk about some of our online reviews. This is fun. So make sure and comment in our comments, good or bad, just like we said. So I was picking Jim up to go to Undertone. The best part of that night was reading Logan's reviews. I was like, dude, we got to fucking...
Well, first of all, your name's not Logan Simple. Who the fuck names himself that?
I don't know.
Even as a fake name.
I like it. I think Logan's great. You got a problem with Logan?
Yeah.
Logan wrote on one of our videos, "The fuck is this shit?" Which was awesome. And then I clicked on that and I'm like, oh, there's more. And then, so our friend Cass, who is on the podcast Wednesdays We Talk Weird, which you should check out. That's a great podcast. She posted something about our episode, and then Logan responded. Cass said that we should redo it and like keep a running total for something or another, that we should basically do it a second time. And Logan responded, "I don't think I could take it. It's definitely a contender for worst on YouTube award, though." Which is great, dude.
I haven't seen any awards.
There is so much. I didn't get an award.
No, I didn't get an
There
award.
is so much bullshit on YouTube, and Logan thinks that we may be the worst thing on YouTube, which I think is fucking great.
Which you would think somebody would just stop at that point.
Yes.
But no, it's a whole bunch of different comments.
So then
and
now
different
Logan
videos.
said the channel description should say, "Two fuckwits with the most basic knowledge of the English language bumble their way through horror movies." So I guess our knowledge of the language is awful,
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
Our vernacular is just too thin for Logan. I know. Basically, everything and everybody on YouTube talks better than us because we're
Yes,
the worst.
because fuckwits is.
And then the review of us is unneeded swear words and sexual innuendos towards each other makes this an unwatchable slog through everything wrong with YouTube.
I don't ever think anything sexual towards you.
I do, and it's funny, but Logan doesn't seem to think it's funny because Logan either loves me sexually,
Maybe
loves
not
you
homophobic.
sexually, maybe Logan's asexual, or maybe we just suck. And then there was another episode, and this is what's great. Logan responded to you, not realizing that you're
Yes, I made a
you.
comment on our video, and then he responded.
You
to
made
it.
a comment as yourself, which is Jim, and you said, "Hey, tell us about your favorite Christmas one." And then Logan wrote, "Couldn't get through the episode. The loud one is too obnoxious. The quiet one just sits there like a mannequin. Good for you if you could." We tried to borrow a mannequin, but we couldn't find one.
No.
None of my fucking people came through with a mannequin.
So I either you're somebody that knows us and you don't like us, you're one of our enemies, because probably got a few. You got a few, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Or you're just some fucktard.
No, don't insult Logan.
no,
Logan's great.
no.
And then on the most recent one, so then that was it. Those were all 4 in one night from a profile that had been created like 30 minutes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing. And then I posted a short, a reel that said, "Hey, check out the Friday the 13th episode. It's up now and running." And Logan responded on that one. "How do you expect anyone to watch these? The big one is probably the most annoying person on the planet. The small one, I think, just has a pull string that repeats whatever the big one says. I had more fun watching paint dry. Could you at least script your shit? Half the episode is just you two trying to figure out how a podcast should work, and inside jokes that no one gives a shit about. Also, why does the big one keep touching the little one? I also think I heard the big one call the little one daddy in one episode I skimmed through. I hope this is a parody channel." Yes, we're trying to figure out how a podcast works. I mean, it's generally just people talking about a subject, which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But what's fun is you can tell that Logan watched more episodes than just the ones that they commented on,
Yep.
because some of those things are from other episodes. So thank you, Logan. I, for one,
Which makes me believe that you know us and you're just a dick.
I do not think you're a dick. I, for one, am a huge Logan fan.
I have a very particular set of skills.
And you're gonna find
I'm
Logan
gonna
and kill him.
Find you.
I love
I'm gonna
Logan,
kill
dude.
you.
Don't fuck with Logan. Logan's my fucking jam.
Hey,
I heart Logan.
we should have you on the show now that you are well known
That'd be
amongst
great.
our people.
Oh man, wouldn't it be great if we could get Logan to like call in and scramble their voice? You know, when they do like a
Do it.
reenactment. Oh, that'd be great. You could just rip on us.
You just have somebody ripping us apart.
I, on the other hand, don't feel like Logan knows us in person. Although maybe.
I mean, there's people that's all they do. They just go online and they're just
they
keyboard
just-
warrior, and they're just
What do you call that? Trolls.
that too.
Oh, we've been trolled. That's exciting.
Yes.
But I think it's funny that they said the big one and the little one because, like I said, we've never standing next to each
He's
other,
so big.
unless, perhaps they saw pictures on our.
Well, mannequins are usually hunched over, so
That's true.
That's me.
They could have seen pictures on our Facebook page, though, like the ones with Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. We are standing.
Wasn't that after though? I mean,
No.
no. I mean, we're probably giving you way too much energy.
I think it's great.
Logan.
Logan's my favorite. I hope
But-
Logan never stops, frankly. I wish Logan would create a dozen more profiles and keep telling us how awful and annoying and obnoxious I am.
true, yeah.
I definitely am obnoxious and annoying. There's no question about that, which is part of the fun. That's why it works like this. It's like Penn and Teller, kind of.
Yes,
Except
we've always
Teller
said
never
that.
talks. I mean, you talk more than Teller.
Yeah.
And
bit.
Penn is big and weird and ugly. So that's fun. Logan didn't really comment on our looks, though. Could you at least rip on our looks, too,
Yeah, come on.
please?
I mean,
Talk about how I'm, like, balding with a big nose or something, or
yeah.
that, you know.
Gray and
Yeah, something. So give us more to hate ourselves about, Logan. Thank you. And for the rest of you, feel free to comment on there. Comment on Logan's stuff if you'd like, or comment on your own stuff, or just comment on our stuff. Don't forget to go on to frightshirts.com. There's a lot more stuff on there. Now, probably wouldn't get stuff in time for Easter, but there is a Mother's Day section. And you could get some stuff to wear for Mother's Day. When you go see your mom and you bring her flowers, you could have a Norman Bates shirt on or a Jason Voorhees shirt or something.
there is a whole blasphemous section of Jesus, things for Easter.
Yeah, there's some anti-Jesus stuff for Easter, but I don't think you'll get
yeah,
it in
you
time
won't.
now.
Yeah, but just wear it all year long. That's fine.
You can wear it all year long. And there's some other new fun stuff, too. We added a few more classic monsters. I didn't feel there was enough. So we added some Wolfman and some Creature. We'll be adding more of that.
The new Hell Chant shirt is on there. That's a band that's probably going to have a new album next week.
Check out Hell Chant as their new album's going to drop. There's a playing card section, which is fun. You can get your favorite horror thing on your playing cards. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's frightshirts.com. And again, if you're listening to us if you're watching us on YouTube, go over to our podcast page and listen, which is frightreels.com.
Yes.
And if you're listening, why not stop on over to YouTube and watch us in live action on YouTube and give us a little comment and a like and a subscribe and all of that stuff. Does that about cover it?
I think so.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Long live Logan.